lost her arm and leg. My mama told me take it back and get a job instead. Where's your common sense? Me and the devil got too much in common, I swear. Yeah. Born in the ghetto, I never had nothing to fear. Take it how you want it. I ain't famous like I want it, so I might just throw a hissy fit. Call up Cassie after she broke up with Diddy, yeah. I told Shorty if she talking, and she gon' call her friends up and we did, whoa. I ain't in the talking, go chop off your lips. If I ain't in your top 10, go top 4 for bridge. My black boys, I boys that knock off your lid. I thought you gon' pop off, so hop off my...
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. The Saints have every intention of walking out of today's game with win number 4 on the season. It's the Black Knights going up against the Saints.
First opened back in 1975. There's a look inside the iconic Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the London Black Knights. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. And the New Orleans Saints. First carry now for Jordan Howard. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage. Stuff him in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, set the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. They chalked that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Just keeping the play alive. He can run for it, and he will. He opted to go with his scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
And him running the football is not something that defenses spend a lot of time preparing for. But this guy has a survival instinct and a knack for knowing when exactly to do it.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Find some room to get this up to about the 14. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown. A big play there. 85 yards. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. So on third and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you really almost didn't.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. He is proving his worth defensively. Getting the sack here, that comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence.
And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And now running right through it. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Now they'll run it on the toss. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
And the pursuit that time was absolutely top-notch. He was looking to try and turn upfield somewhere. Kept trying to find a place. Somewhere never showed up.
All right, here we go. Detroit! 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 Detroit!
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He sets to fire deep. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
On is the punt team now as this one sent away. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. They'll begin the drive with Howard. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Escaping the pressure right. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Looking to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
This is Howard on second down. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. The Saints on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now back to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Here we go. Green, 39.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Let's go. Good, good. Good, good. Over.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Flushed out right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
On first down, they run with Howard. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Again, it's Howard. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jordan Howard, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. A handoff as they run the counter play. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That one good for 10 yards. And they're going to have a 3rd down.
It seemed like the situation was 2nd and a mile to go for a 1st down, which screams what? Throw the football. You got to pass in order to try and pick up that kind of yardage. But in this case, they ran a tendency breaker because the tendency is for defenses to be out there and be set up for a pass. So you break tendency and actually run the football. That changes everything because if you're able to find a crease, you often have bigger guys working against smaller guys downfield. They picked up excellent yardage there to bring up a 3rd down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Here we go now. 3-19. All right, now look at 56. Look at 56. Over.
On play action, they'll throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
They'll look to throw. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And his kick is good. Elsewhere on this Sunday in the NFL, they're in the 2nd quarter in Detroit. Early on, it's the Vikings in the driver's seat. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Dances by him. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Saints on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be third and forever.
Let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Trying the right side with Howard. Elsewhere on this Sunday in the NFL, they're in the second quarter in Detroit. Early on, it's the Vikings in the driver's seat. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So here they come, the road team now getting the football first to start this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs.
Hurry up, here we go. All right, now, look at 56. Lucky 56. Back 99 Philly, here we go.
They go play action here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. And a huge play that time. 41 yards. And now a first down following that long gain.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
And his throw here's incomplete. He was out there waving his arms saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so. Because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball. And he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
They'll drop the throw. Rolling to his left. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here, because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Flush to his right. And, oh, a big collision there. He's hit and knocked backward at the 46. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. He'll look to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to...
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. The 40. He's at the 30. 10. And touchdown. A great play there. 92 yards. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
On the handoff, this is Howard. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. It's a 6-yard pickup to get him back to the original line of scrimmage with 3rd down coming up.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And he can't quite pick it. No interceptions so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. And here now the offense heading back out there. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky, watch it now, Barney.
They'll look to throw here. Wide open receiver complete. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
It's a nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield, and it's caught. Touchdown. A big play there with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. And he is knocked down from the side at the 18-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 work.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Steps away to his left. Over the middle, complete. It's Howard. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. Fresh set of downs here.
Here we go now.
They're going to look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Here we go now. Green.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete.
This has been a really nice day for the defense. They've made it so difficult to find open receivers because they're able to squeeze the passing lanes down. A lot of what they're doing is communicating. Receivers in one area, receivers in another area. They're almost what they call passing them off from one defender to the next, even in zone defenses, and making it very hard to find an open spot for the quarterback to deliver the ball.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. Well, in the grand scheme of things, it's likely not going to matter much, but at least they get themselves 3 points closer to respectability.
And I don't know that they're going to feel a whole lot better about things because they've clearly been outplayed all game long. But, hey, no reason not to take the points when the opportunity presents itself.
And now back out comes the offense. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. And in this situation with the lead, 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They'll set up to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack.
All right, here we go. Leopard! Detroit!
Back to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step 1. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a 3-score game, though, 4th quarter. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
All right, here we go.
They'll set up a throw. Being chased out left. And now he'll let this one go deep. Back up. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Here we go now.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
A give to Howard. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Looking left side, he's got it complete. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. Time for a break. A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. Back to finish it off on EA Sports. And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and as a result, possession switches hands.
Here we go now. Boom, landed. Back there,
Looks like he'll throw here. Flushed out right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A very solid gain of 27. He'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
They'll look to throw. 20. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They're in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Back to throw here. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So he can't hang on. And as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know. But you're going to get hit anyways. Might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. And he knocks it through. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. A little 3-6. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.